Aaron is in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Hi, Aaron. How are you?
Hey, Dave. Doing well. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
Hey, so a little bit of a brag about our business and then a question following that up. So we started this, it's a moving company. I'm the owner, and we've got 6 employees. And last year we grossed a little bit over 400,000. So
Cool.
we're doing pretty good there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so what that's done is it's actually led us to the point that now we're experiencing some unexpected growth. And I'm not sure if it's just a bubble that we're in or if it's something that's going to continue long term. And so my question is, would it be more beneficial for me to focus in on only the quality jobs, raise some of the quotes to kind of shy away from some of the low end things, or hire a few more guys and get a few more pieces of equipment rolling so that we can continue to keep up with the volume?
It was interesting that you said that you didn't know where the volume came from, so you didn't know if it was going to continue.
Right.
Why don't you know where it came from?
Well, a lot of our business is word of mouth. We're a moving company, and it's relatively seasonal. And so, I don't always know what calls we're going to get. So last year and the years previous, around the same time of year, we didn't have as many calls as we've been getting this year. And I'm not sure if something's changed in the industry that's causing a surge, or if it's just, I wouldn't say that we're undercutting any prices, because we're actually, comparing our prices rather versus other companies in the same. So
you've shopped your competitors?
Exactly. Yeah, we've shopped our competitors, and we're on par, and actually in some cases we're already higher than they are. And yet folks are still closing the deals, and sometimes people will just call and say, we want to work with you because we know you, our friends knew you, that sort of thing. And it's not something that people don't move all that often.
How long have you had the business?
So I bought it, I helped start it in 2016, and I bought out the remaining portion of it just last March. So a little over a year since it's been all mine, but before that I've been running it and doing everything.
Yeah, but your reputation has been growing for 5 or 10 years.
Right. And so I don't really want to turn away business, but at the same time, last summer, towards the tail end of it this summer anyhow, we had an increase of call volume that was short-lived. And what happened was I would schedule the jobs, and then a couple guys wouldn't show up for work, and then now I'm stuck with myself and the rest of our crew just getting drained trying to keep up with the calls that we had. Mm-hmm. And I'm that's what's caused me the hesitancy to just say, well, yeah, let's bring in some more guys. So I don't want to make a bad move in that way.
Now, when you bring in more guys, are they sitting around the office if you're not doing a move?
No, not necessarily.
I mean, do you pay them by the hour when they work, or pay them give them a guaranteed 40 hours or whatever?
So depending, whether they hire on as part-time or full-time. So if they're a full-time employee, they're paid hourly, and then there's commissions and tips.
Okay, so you got how many of those guys?
4 full-timers.
Okay, and how many part-timers now?
2.
Okay, so what's wrong with adding 6 more part-timers? Because
they
only work when you need them.
Right. So then that falls into the second portion in order to continue to keep up. So what I have with my full-time guys, I'm tapped out for equipment. So then that pulls into, in order to do another job the same day,
you got to have a truck.
We would need another truck. Exactly.
Okay.
And then that might be sitting around for 6 months not being used. Mm-hmm. Which lended me into the thought of, okay, do I just focus on high quality jobs and just let
Do you have the ability to rent the truck on a daily?
In some cases we do, yeah.
I guess it'd freak them out if you pull up in a U-Haul, right?
It probably would. We're a 5-star moving company, and so we provide a top-level service. So showing up with a U-Haul kind of sets them on edge.
Yeah, it would me if you did that. As a customer, I can imagine that. That's why I thought it. I'm just trying to think of a way to not have the equipment investment, and when you're not hiring full-time, you don't have the people investment. It's almost commission. It's almost only when I need you, right?
Right.
So if I could only when I need you on the truck and only when I need you on the part-time, I could get the volume up. And if the volume maintained, then I write a check, buy a truck, and bring more people on full-time. But if it doesn't maintain, I can turn it back off.
Right.
That's what I was trying to build.
I get that. So right now, I mean, when I'm looking at our calendar, I see what we have scheduled out. So over the next month, 2 months, and even into the third month out, into June, I can see what jobs we already have scheduled. And I'm already maxed out for my equipment and the manpower that I currently have.
Mm-hmm.
From now until at least mid-May, and then we're starting to get into a little bit of flexibility towards the end of May, but we're 6 weeks out, and, moving season is just getting started in our area.
Okay. Well, I mean, you've analyzed it properly. There's two ways to look at it. One is that I feel good enough about this growth that I can reasonably invest in full-time people and equipment. Or I'm not that steady about this growth, and so I'm willing to just not grow right now until I feel good about it. And if I'm not going to grow, then I might as well raise my prices to not grow. I mean, that's so either one of those ways is a fine way of looking at it. So what I'm going to be trying to do, if I'm in your seat, and I can't seem to feel it right now with you, but if I'm in your seat, I'm trying to figure out how much I can, is this just an anomaly, or is this just a steady growth curve of 9 years of doing the right thing for people? And people are now, the word of mouth, the book of business that we've got over that 9 years spreading the word for us is bigger than it was when we had done it for 3 years. So now I'm just going to get a steadier influx. So, it is the next right step to make that leap. So what does a piece of equipment cost?
So, well, depending on if we were to buy a new truck or a used truck,
you're going to buy a used truck.
Yeah, I would buy a used truck. A used 26-foot truck's right around $30,000 to $40,000 for one that's in decent, usable condition.
Okay.
I mean, they're over 200,000 miles.
And what do you?
Usable.
Well, that's okay. You're pulling around town. It's not the end of the world. What's the and so what would that vehicle make you in a year?
In a year's
if you work at a reasonable amount, what you think it might be able to work at?
Oh, it would definitely pay for itself, probably double its own value. So, I mean, we could probably pull in 80 off of that one unit.
In gross revs.
In gross revs.
And then you got payroll.
Well, of course.
Okay. All right. So you could break even on it in a worst case scenario in a year.
Oh, for sure.
You have the cash?
We do. I'm still trying to pay off the business purchase, so that's the thing. So, I'm going hard and heavy to knock off what is still, remaining out there on the business.
How much is remaining on the business?
Just under $500,000.
Yeah. I'd buy the truck.
Okay.
And I'd hire 2 people. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I think you're there because the downside is not that great.
No, I don't really want to turn away business.
Well, your break-even analysis is fairly assured, so we're not going to lose money. We're going to recoup inside of 12 months on the equipment and on the people. Something's got to go really bad for you not to at least break even.
Sure, I can see that.
And so if you break even on it, then you paid yourself back, and you didn't really slow down your payback to the former owner that much.
True.
You kicked the can about 12 months is all you did on that little bit of money. It's only $30,000. It's not $500,000. And then you can wrap the truck and it'll pull up looking pretty even if it's 200,000 miles.
Right.
And if anything's sitting, it's the one sitting and you drive the good one, right? But
exactly.
And then I think you start kind of shaking the bushes and see if we can't fill this calendar on up.
Sure. I'm down for that.
Yeah, because this one move could take you from 400 to 700 pretty quick.
Oh yeah, one good job could bring in $3,000 to $4,000, and that's just one job. So
yeah, and that's like what, 2 days or something?
Yeah, about a 2-day project.
Yeah, okay.
So
wow, that's fun. That's cool.
Yeah, it's not a bad deal.
I think you're fine. And what I think I'm hearing is that and what I'm counting on in our discussion is that the good business you have done is now earning you more business, and that is an exponential growth. It's not a linear growth. And so I think we're probably sitting on more business than you even realize, and this might open the floodgates to even more. I think you're going to be in really, really good shape. So you're killing it, man. You're really thinking clearly. You're doing all the right stuff. You got your head dialed in on the finances. You know your business, Aaron. You got everything right. To move. To move through the process from from Pathfinder up into Trailblazer, you're right on the edge of kicking that loose, and you're looking at your systems, you're looking at your break evens. This is well done. It was good talking to you. You got a good future ahead of you. It's going to be great.